Good evening and welcome to Season 15 of Next Gen. It's the Group A1 Tours, it's the finale, and for the first time in, I think, all the time I've been commentating on, it's not the Nürburgring Nordschleife. It is Oulton Park Fosters, a diddy little circuit which packs a massive punch, and this is a title deciding race. Alongside me for qualifying, because he's got himself a ban for qualifying, is Jack.
Hello everyone, it's a pleasure and a privilege as always to be here, Jordan, especially on tonight. What a race we've got in store.
It's a big one, isn't it? I mean, the first time Oulton Park Fosters hosts the final race, and it's a title deciding race.
It is indeed. Very much so.
And to make matters even worse for the championship contenders, it's a full lobby.
It is indeed.
So any mistakes are going to be very much punished by everyone around. Let's have a quick gander through the 16 drivers. We have Ginetta 26, obviously a new addition this season. He's been quite consistently quick. The odd mistake here or there, but it'll be interesting to see what he can do in the Mercedes. Lightning Greasby, our resident controller master. He's in the BMW, which might play quite handy around here, because even it's not a quick car, but it's not a quick circuit, not really either. So you never know what he can do. Bob Mark 1, I think you'll agree with me this one, Jack. He's been gradually getting quicker and quicker as the season goes on.
Yeah, been developing really well. Been pleased with Bob. He's slowly but surely working his way up through.
Then we have RDF1 Adam Morris, who is, I think, I'll have to have a quick guess. I believe he is one of the title contenders. An outside chance, but a chance nonetheless.
It'll take a driver between him and Scooby to get himself in with a realistic shot for certain, but he's in the hunt, that's for certain.
The next on the list, as time starts to come in, so that's Jamie, another one of our championship protagonists, and very much within the chance, alongside his rival for the season. Where is he? There he is, Scooby G.
Indeed, indeed. This has been an ongoing theme with these two, the last two seasons in particular. Really, I think last season Jamie had the chance. He was 2 points clear last season, and then he bottled it at the Nordschleife, to say the least. And then this time around, he's 3 points, considering the drop scores. So it's all to play for.
Without a doubt. Let's have a quick game as we'll just go for a quick flick. Obviously, people are already setting lap times now because it's such a short circuit. Lightblade 2K18, impressive debut season.
Yeah, he's got better. He's got better as the season's gone on. I'm really impressed with his very quiet drive. Last time out at Spa, I think he finished 5th on his own. Really, to be honest, his pace was quite close to the leading 4. That was myself and the championship protagonists. He was on it, and I'm thinking next season, if he can keep it up, he could make the step up for the podium as he just gets it on the curb, going through Old Hall Corner.
Hi. Tim78, he's in the Skyline, which we know is a really quick kill.
It is, and it has got the overall lap record as Scooby goes off at where he spun off at season 13 during qualifying. Ooh, that's ominous. It's
not good signs when you start doing that in qualifying, although it might help get it out of the system. You just never know.
I've always preferred making me mistakes in qualifying and then crashing myself during the race.
Right, let me just load up my stream to see if there's any comments. No, there probably isn't, because you know who watches this. Scooby G's DY House 7 looks like he could be playing a bit of interference here.
It could be, and let's not forget as well, there's a driver who's just coming across the line now. He's going onto a lap, I think, in 8th place, the Les. Let's not forget one of the other drivers this season who's won a race during season 15. I'd expect him up there. He's gone back into the pits.
So the other one is Burnt Fry. We in an Audi.
You say that, but I've been
He
speaking
goes
to.
5th.
That's much better, actually. He's right on the ball there. He was only doing 1 minute fours in practice, but he's somehow found that. And I did say to him he'd get quicker. So let's see how he gets on.
Well, he's definitely made a compact bonnet version, but maybe that's helping his aero. You just don't know.
I don't know why damage is on.
It'll be visual only, won't it?
Yeah, it should be.
See, I prefer visual only damage. You actually see if anyone's actually had a crash or not. Who else? Tro 246 up in 9th. That's a good time for him. Again, in a 4-drive Audi.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive Audi as well. Dave Whitehouse 7, who's in 2nd. He's gone a little bit quicker. Got the gap to 4 tenths. But this is the thing. There is a driver now between Scooby and Jamie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. D Whitehouse could be playing a lot of interference here. Jack, since it's your home circuit, you love it. Well,
it is.
You
Only
love it.
10 miles away, yeah.
Jamie's about to cross the line for a new lap. Do you want to take us through a lap of Oulton Park?
Of course, I'd be more than happy to in that regard. So here we go then. Gets his exit out of the lodge. Let's get me speedo up and me map just so I know what's going on. Coming down to Old Hall Corner, especially in this Ford, it's absolutely balls to the walls. The car will slide out like Jamie gets it into. He chooses 3rd gear. He's right on the power band up into 4th. Then we come into Denton's and sort of half of Cascade really, because we're taking the Foster's track. 3rd gear corner down to 2nd. Jamie runs it just onto the apex. Nicely done. As we move over to Knickerbrook, he was a bit squirrely on the exit. This is absolutely ridiculous in the Ford Sierra, but he's nailed it well. And now we make the nice run up all the way through Clay Hill up to Druids. This is quite a difficult corner to get right in this Ford. In 3rd gear, he's 400ths off, but he's slid wide slightly, and that's going to cost him all the time he's just been up by. And then finally, down into Lodge. Very, very quick lap. Down into 2nd gear. Hook the car in, using the curb. He uses a little too much, but he's going to get away with it. And that is a very, very 1 minute-ish lap around Oulton Park Fosters.
Yeah, down by 0.2 in the end. It's worth a note, Scooby G's managed to get onto the front row now. He's got a 1 minute 1.2. So just ahead of D Whitehouse 7.
One thing I'm looking at currently, Adam Morris at the moment, who's in 5th, he's run 1. That's going to give him a slowdown for his lap. Track limits are exceptionally harsh around here, to be brutally honest. And he's going to be up against it, really, in this Mercedes. It reminds me of Season 7, way back when it was 2 Fords between myself and Ginge for the title, and Jeff Scooby G was in the Mercedes at the time. It's a similar scenario, a different track, of course. Tim has left for some reason.
He does have time to get back in.
He does.
3.5 minutes, roughly.
Adam's 3/10 off, but he's
and he's
just
3/10 backwards.
Oh, that was a shame. He did admit to being nervous before this, because I think this is, I'm right in saying, is his first proper NGR title fight, as far as I'm aware.
No, he's done the GT fights, and he's been in contention with GT5s, GT4, stuff like that. However, I think this is the first time he's actually got up against people other than Benji for a title, because in the Friday stuff it tends to be, if Adam does the whole season, it tends to be him versus Jamie and Benji, so for him it's quite familiar territory. Whereas this time he's up against the likes of Scooby G as well as Jamie, and we all know Scooby G, although a very good racer, can be a bit unpredictable.
Very unpredictable. As I mentioned before with the Les, he's now up to 4th, and he's with it, and he's 4/10 up. This is a decent lap from Les. Coming now towards Lodge, he's kept his foot in it over the curb. Here he comes now. If he hooks the braking up, if you get the car turned in, this is going to be...
If he four-wheel drifts this out, he's done well. He's not quite four-wheel drifted, and that's the nice thing with the Audi, because I've driven the Audi on this game. It's pole position. Now that's crucial. This is crucial, because put a bonus point for pole position here today, and that is currently sat with none of the championship contenders.
Fantastic lap from Les, that in the end. He's just put a wheel off, he's going to spin. But, oh, who's that? Who's just coming out? Is that Adam? Pushes Adam down to 6th. He's going to have to just knuckle down in the race because he's got Johnny behind him. The thing that is in his favour is the Mercedes does get off the line very well.
It's very good through the corners as well.
It's better than the Ford off the line. So he's going to have to use that advantage. Scooby and Jamie are going to be under threat from Dave and... Who's in 5th currently? Is it Burnt Fry?
Burnt Fry, yeah.
It's going to be... this is why I absolutely love this league so much. There's a sort of tension that you don't really get, I guess.
I'm getting this feeling you're kind of wanting to commentate on this rather than racing it. It's
it's nice to be out of the pressure cooker for once and not in a championship fight, really.
Now,
to be honest.
Speaking of the championship, we haven't really actually spoken about what the points situation is. Now, the point situation is as follows. So, in terms of the way the drop scores work, obviously the first set of drop scores have been taken. Now, the scores I'm about to give is if all contenders were to effectively...
If the season was at end now,
yeah. Then they would look like this. Scooby G would be leading on 163, Jamie on 160, Jack on 148, and Adam on 156. That is not all, because you also have because this is the final round, you've got the minimum score all the drivers can score. And currently that would sit at Scooby G on 174, Jamie on 172, Jack on 159 and Adam on 156. That is the minimum they can score with their drop scores intact. So Jamie, it's interesting because Jamie's actually the worst one for drop point scores. He's dropped 12 on his second drop, which is 1 point more than Jeff and yourself.
Yeah.
Which is not really helpful because it limits the amount of points you can actually gain on that point score.
It is. Just a quick update, Jordan. Dave Whitehouse has just gone 3rd to put another car between Jamie and Scooby.
But at this point in time, Jamie needs pole position.
He does.
He needs that extra point because if you can get the point in qualifying for pole, and then if he can goad that Sierra into getting off the line well, he's going to put a ton of pressure on Scooby. Now, we know Scooby doesn't really crack under pressure, but we've seen it time and time again here at Oulton where he does.
Out of this circuit, yeah. It has been known.
So, and it's always been in the situation where he can win it on that race. For example, I think last season he had the chance, he could win it at Oulton Park. I think he did in the end, but he made mistakes. So it just seems like whenever Scooby can finish the job, if it's really, really close, points-wise, he just cracks that little bit. You get to see that slight weakness.
It's going to be fascinating, the race itself. I don't think you can rule out Adam down in 6th, and I know some people might be thinking, well, he's far away, but regardless, this is going to be Adam's best result in a season ever. His best result was back in season 13 when he finished 5th. So he's going to get 3rd bomb minimum, really, unless something catastrophic goes wrong in the race and I somehow get the points needed. He's just gone 2 tenths quicker. He's 7 tenths off Scooby. Actually, no, 6 tenths off Scooby, really. I think the race, it'll come back to him. Normally what happens is the car's join. Oh, he's just snapped it. He's held it well.
Potentially because qualifying over, yeah, for Adam.
I would have practiced my starts via Adam.
Well, he might still come out of the pits and do it, but maybe just not on the circuit. Good evening, Dale. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, I think that's Adam done. Who else is on track? The Les is still out pumping in times. Jamie's going to get one more lap here. He's just going to cross the line with enough time. And he's going to need that lap as well.
So this is it for Scooby. Oh, he's gone off. That's it. That's his lap done. He knows it. So there will be at least one car between Jamie and
might.
Scooby.
I don't know if Jamie got away with that one. He's very close to the cut on Cascades. Flash of the light. I think that's Burnt Fry up ahead. Yes.
Burnt Fry's on a lap himself, so he doesn't have to move out of the way.
He doesn't know, but I mean that car says otherwise. I'm not going to lie.
He's 6 thousandths away.
Now, Jamie's flashing his lights, but that Audi's quite quick, so he's going to get a nice little tow here, going through Deer's Leap.
Nah, that's it. Jamie's lost time coming out the corner. Les is on for his second pole.
Oh, 0.026. Phenomenal. So the Les takes away Jamie's potential pole position point. So it will come down to the race position and fastest lap because it's Turbo Monday. Hey.
It is.
So a fantastic qualifying then from the Les puts him on pole position, and the first controversial moment of the evening has happened.
And there will be more to come. That's for certain. Someone's going to go off the circuit in the championship fight. Anyway, I'll best go.
None of the protagonists get the pole position point, but here is your grid. The Les lines up on pole position by just 26 thousandths of a second from Jamie WRX, who's looking for his first Group A1 title. DY House 7 lines up on row 2 with Scooby G alongside. Burnt Fry takes 5th place from Adam Morris in 6th. Johnny 7th, Lightblade is in 8th. Royston 9th, Tro246 in 10th. Jorino takes 11th from Lionel Greasby in 12th. Shadowstalker in 13th with Bob Mark 1 in 14th. Tim qualifies 15th with Jack with his qualifying ban starting at the back of the pack. So this just got interesting because none of the championship guys are taking an extra point, so all the points stay static right now, and their points will only count in this race if they score more than their drop score. Just as a reminder of those drop scores: 11 for Scooby, 12 for Jamie, 11 for Jack, 0 for Adam. Those are the scores they must beat to clarify an additional point. But for the final time this season in the Group A1s, we are green at Oulton Park. And a good start from the Les. Here comes the White House 7 on Jamie WRX, coming up towards Old Hall Corner for the first time of 24. And that is Adam Morris looking to go around the outside. Jamie, no, he backs out of it. As we get through Old Hall, it looks like we've gone away cleanly. No, we haven't. There's someone gone round. I think that's Jorino. Yep, Jorino and Bob Mark 1 have got bad starts, bad getaways. Jack is on the tail of that at the moment, but the Les leads from Jamie WX, who's got back past DY House 7. Adam Morris is in 4th. He's holding up Burnt Fry, who in turn is holding up Scooby G, who's down in 6th place right now. They go through Druids and down towards Lodge Corner. And Burnt Fry looking to the inside. The cameraman's done his best. Oh, hang on, that is DY House 7 having a moment coming through Lodge and Deersley. We're still on board here with Burnt Fry, because the cameraman's his utmost best to make sure we miss the action. Down the inside at Old Hall Corner, that is a given. And Burnt Fry moves into 3rd place. Through Denton's. Scooby G getting past Anna Morris in the background, and Jamie WRX has taken the lead, I think by a mistake, because the Les is down into 3rd, so you've got this little scrap here for 2nd place. Burnt Fry leading it. Scooby G has all sorts of issues right now with Anna Morris. They're in 5th place. The battle for 4th reigns. Through Druid's Corner they go for the 2nd time. Jack is now up into 9th place, so a big mover at the moment is Sierra Cosworth. However, as typically possible again, on board Burnt Fry, defending here. Oh, a bit of contact. Hang on, that's Jamie. That's Jamie, he's down in 3rd. This is carnage right now. Oh, the 2 championship leaders have come together. I do not believe what I've just witnessed. Jamie and Scooby G collide. Jamie down into 7th place. Whether that might be looked into, who knows? But right now, Burton Fry leads this race. Manor Morris and DY House 7. Scooby G is up into 4th place. Royston, where the hell has he come from? That is a great effort by that man. Up into 5th place. Jamie is currently 6th, and right now, losing the title. So, Burton Fry does lead. Let's get an update then on the old points, because Adam currently sits in 2nd place. Scooby G sits in 4th place. Jamie will sit in 6th, which doesn't actually help him because that's less than his current his drop score. And Jack is sitting in 8th, again, not really helpful for him either, because that is lower than his drop score. So that'll mean that Jamie would stay on 172. Scooby G would move up to 176 points right now, as he would gain 2. Adam would be on 174, so Adam is right in this, if he can get past Burnt Fry. This just got absolutely crazy. And here comes Scooby G in the background on DY House 7. DY House 7 potentially with a slowdown, but that means Scooby G up into 3rd place. Makes it harder for anyone else around him. As he's now in 3rd place. Jamie has moved up into 5th. So now he is level with what he was at before. Jack into 7th as well. So the championship protagonists are moving around. But at the front it's Scooby G. Adam Morris, where... The Les, where's the Les? Is it Les? No, sorry, Burnt Fry, where's Burnt Fry? Burnt Fry's down to 4th. So he's made a mistake somewhere. And it means Adam and Scooby are now at the top of the tree. Adam would be just 4 points shy of at this point. He needs Scooby G to make the mistake. There's Jamie in 5th. He's lapping quicker than the leaders right now. On 101.1, he is pushing it, and he is absolutely pushing it to the limit. Another 10th up on his best so far. Jack moves up into 6th in the background. At the expense of web user Johnny, I believe. In Too Large corner, Jamie now looking for 4th place. Flashing lights to no, they've got a 1 minute .884. That has to be the quickest time so far. He's the only man to hit the 1 minute. And he's going quicker again. This man's insane. So if we pop that in there, especially Jamie with fastest lap, Jack needs to move up a place. Jamie really wanting to get back to get past Burnt Fry right now. He's flashing his lights like crazy. Now remember, he doesn't have to move out of the way, Burnt Fry. This is full position. Burnt Fry really isn't helping Jamie at all here. Jamie can go faster than this. He needs to get past Burnt Fry as soon as he can. Oh, and that's not the way to do it. He's on the grass. And he spun around into the wall. Jack's collected him. There goes Web User Johnny. Here comes Royston. Here comes Line of Greasby. It's all gone wrong for Jamie in this race. At the front, it's pretty stalemate. Adam is still leading from Scooby G. Jack got away with that. It's a very impressive drive that from Jack. He's obviously completely unsighted coming up the hill. Wrong place, wrong time really for Jamie there. But it's going to cost him, and it's going to cost him dear. He's currently down in 9th place. It's obviously no good to him. It will not increase his score. And whilst we've been watching that, Adam Morris has lost the lead to Scooby G. So Scooby G now taking 21 points home with him. Someone's left, I don't know who. But Scooby G now having to feel the need to go defensive, going towards Lodge Corner. Here comes Anna Morris. He's going to get a great run coming out of Lodge through Deer's Leap. The power of the Sierra, though, will keep it in front. For now, as they go into Old Hall. Oh, and Anna Morris is right there. He's giving a load of grief right now to Scooby G. You're sensing this battle has some sort of impending doom. See these two championship protagonists right now. Adam still on the tail of Scooby G. On board Adam's bumper going into Lodge. Sideways from Scooby G. Through Deer's Leap. Bangmark getting out of the way. Old Hall. This is the 11th lap of 24. Down Tentons to the Cascades. You can see the traction Adam's got, but the power of the Sierra just outruns the Merc. However, not a good run through Knickerbrook for Scooby G as they head up towards Druids. Bit of sideways action. Every time I go away from Pal, it seems to get an overtake. So I'm trying to stick with it. As I think that's Burnt Fry. So yeah, the Les has retired for some reason. I don't know why. Look at the way the Sierra just pulls away. But not a good line now from Scooby G. And it means Adam Morris can just get straight back onto him on lap number 12. Adam just chomping at the bit right now, practically pushing Scooby G through the square right. So they go through Knickerbrook now, through up the hill. Adam does actually have a time penalty as well to go with his second place right now. And he's now having to look behind as well because DY7 is right there. Meanwhile, Jamie on his recovery is up into 8th place now. So in that into 7th place as it gets past Royston between Druids and Lodge. See the damage on Jamie's car there, signifying just how difficult a race he's had at the moment. DY7 has now got past Anna Morris for 2nd place. And these two are, well, DY7 certainly is lapping quicker than Scooby G. Remember, Scooby doesn't necessarily have to win the race, he just has to get enough points. Oh, Adam's had a big crash. He's gone sailing backwards towards the pit lane. And that'll be Adam's charge done for. So he gets passed by Johnny. Well, he didn't, that's a back marker. I think that's a light blade. No, there's a light blade. Who's that? It's not even showing. Who is that? That's Tro. 246. No Tro's in the Audi. I've no idea who that is anymore. Jorginho? Yeah, Jorginho, there we go. There is Johnny behind, with Jamie in 7th place. Jack has moved up into 3rd, which is good stuff by him. Jack an outside chance of winning this championship, but very, very difficult for him. And he is lapping quicker than the leaders as well. House 7 is nipping time out of our race leader. Through Dentons, down towards Cascades. You see the grip the Audi has. Just drives out of corners. Light blade disconnects. See how early DY7 is. Oh, Scooby G. You need to be a bit more careful, son. That could have easily been on the grass and spinning round. Into Lodge. DY7 just goes slightly deep. But again, the grip counterbalances that on the exit, but the speed of the Tiara. Another 10th taken though by DY7. Burnt Fry. Nearing the tail of Adam Morris. And there is Jamie. Down in 7th right now. He is on the move. He is catching up to the guys ahead. There is maybe a Johnny just ahead of him. Meanwhile, DY7 still on the charge. Still looking to potentially get this race win. Flashlights from Scooby as he comes up towards backmark traffic. This is lap 16. We are 2/3 of the way there. Jack is there. Look how quick Jack's caught up now. He's on the tail of DY7. Now, those two, in reality, need to work together here to knock Jeff off this top spot as Jack has a bit of a wiggle out of Old Hall Corner. They come into the 90 right at the bottom of the Cascades. Bob, I think that is, moves out of the way. But D Whitehouse 7 still on the back of that Sierra Cosworth. The German engineering. I tell you what, that Audi's not slow either in a straight line. He is pushing Scooby to places Scooby does not want to be pushing in. Not in that car anyway. At what point does Scooby G just go, you know what, enough of this? Get the grip. Oh! Scooby G running D Whitehouse 7 out of room. I don't think D Whitehouse 7 will be too happy with that one. But Scooby G now has Jack behind. Now these two being potential. Well, Jack, I don't know if Jack can actually win it, but one of the top four, and Jack will not hesitate as he almost spins to the inside of the bottom of the cascade. He won't hesitate to go for the gap, as he almost creates one. Jamie's not getting any higher than 7th right now, which is no help to him. Means he only scores 12 points. There's Johnny. This is where the battle is at, though. And also between Gerino and Tro. This is for 10th place. Adam now down to 4th place. Just update my standings. Scooby does lead though from Jack. So it puts Jack in a good position here. Put Jack on 166, which would still not quite be enough. Jimmy currently staying on 172 points. So Jack ramps the curve through Druids. Here on lap number 19. He is going to want this win. This is home track. And I think he'll be one of the first people ever to come from the back of the grid to win the race, with everyone else allowed to qualify. And here we go. He's looking to the outside through Deer's Leap, side by side across the start finish line. Jack takes the lead down his Old Hall corner now. Can he keep it? Yes. He's got obviously damage from the front from probably hitting Jamie, but that means Jack TM53 synopsis. He starts 16th. He is now leading this race as they go through the cascades. Adam going now down to 6th place. So Jack now leads. And Scooby immediately 8/10 dropped. Adam actually now down to 7th place. So Jamie up into 6th. But Scooby G now has a challenge. If he wants to win this race, he's going to have to go and get it. Jamie slowly but surely catching up with Johnny. G. Will he push too hard? Maybe, maybe not. But let's find out, because he's now 1 second behind Jack. As Mercedes gets out of the way. Good job. There's Johnny, there's Jamie. There's Brenton Fry. He's running on his own at the moment in 4th place. Morris is in 7th. And I think this is it for Adam. He's pulled to the side, maybe a mechanical or something, I don't know. Probably not, there's no real damage, but he's pulled to the side, and I think this is game over for Adam Morris. Scooby G, though, cannot shake D Whitehouse 7 to save his life. He's been there in his mirrors all race long, virtually. I was wondering who that was. I thought that might have been Jack then. Scooby G, though, he's having to work for this, isn't he? He's not having it all his own way. He's currently still on 181 points, Jamie on 172 still. Jack on 169, and it just looks like it's gone away from Jamie yet again. On lap number 22, the penultimate lap here at Oulton Park. Jorginho and Trout still having a little bit of a battle and tussle here for 9th place now. So they're both in the top 10. So they cross the line, they go on to lap number 22. It's all about the top 3 though right now, because D-Way House is now just it's been dropped here by Scooby G. 1.0 slowdown penalty to be the cause of that. So that pretty much ruins the lap battle. However, maybe so Johnny does have Jamie coming up on him. 1.1 the gap. Jamie crosses the line onto his final lap. However, I'm going to go to this man because, I mean, there is no other person, I'm afraid, that gets my vote for driver of the day. This man has come from the back of the pack, dead last 16th after a qualifying ban, and he's only gone and won his home race here at Oulton Park. So the winner of the finale at the Group A1 Championship is going to be Jack TM53 Synopsis. A great drive from that man. Scooby G, provisionally our champion of the Group A1s, finishes in 2nd place. D-Way House 7 in 3rd. Brent Fry, solid race by him, a couple of mistakes, but he's going to bring it home here. 4th place for Brent Fry. Maybe a Johnny with Jamie all over his tail is going to take 5th place in the end. From Jamie WRX in 6th, those are wrong. Royston, we've seen bits and pieces of him, but this is a great drive from him in the Skyline. Very nicely done in 7th, a very solid race that from Royston as he crosses the line. Line of Greasby has already finished in 8th, Tro in 9th, Jorginho 10th. Shadow Stalker 11th, Bob in 12th, so we're just waiting on Adam Morris, who is not actually racing anymore. Hello, Jack.
Hello.
You're getting my drive for the day.
Thank you.
Just to recap on the provisional results of this race, Jack takes the win from Scooby G, who is provisionally Group A1 champion. I'll say provisionally because obviously there was a bit of controversy during the race.
Oh.
Whether it gets brought up or not, we shall see in the coming hours, shall we say. D-Way House 7 in 3rd, Brent Fry solid 4th place. I think D-Way House 7, that's his first podium of the season.
First podium ever.
Ever, there we go.
Never in the Group A1s.
Jamie does not finish 5th, he finishes in 6th. Johnny finishes 5th, pipping him to the line. Royston 7th, Line Greasby 8th, Tro 246 in 9th, Jorginho 10th, Shadowstalker DBS 11th, Bob Mark 1 12th, Adam Morris DNS after 20 laps completed in 13th. Tim retired after 7 laps. and we lost Light Blade and the Les. Jack, just so you're aware, I have the points as follows.
Okay.
I believe Adam's getting no points for that because he didn't actually finish enough laps. Jeff got 180, finishes on 181. Jamie finishes on 172, so he didn't gain anything. You on 169. I believe Adam stays on 156. So we're going to get Scooby G in here quickly because he is provisionally our champion. So whilst we wait to these two, there is Scooby G. Scooby, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, congratulations, you are officially the Group A1s champion for season 15.
I know, I can't believe it. I'm ecstatic, skipping around my living room. I haven't got up yet out of the rig.
It was a nice drive, obviously, a big controversial moment in the middle of the race there.
I know, I see Jamie went wide and went off, and drove by him, and the next thing I knew, he was in the side of me. I didn't turn into him or anything, it was just like, BAM! There he was, and we both went spinning off. So yeah, I'd like to actually watch my point of view back. Did you get it on the stream? What did it look like from the stream?
I have to look back at it because obviously I only get to see it in about
whether it's the cars
quick
super
time.
blew in or
what happened then? I'm the only one who's unaware.
I was just driving along and got an impact of the drivers. No, it is right and driver's door, but it's stuff. Yeah, on the home straight, Jamie went off and come back on the track, so I sort of drove by him and then got impacted. We both crashed. He come off worse off. I thought he was giving me a love tap.
Oh right.
But other than that, it's been a tough season for you, really, hasn't it, Jeff? Obviously, with Jamie on your tail all the way.
It's not been easy at all, especially with the points deduction for yeah, that was hard.
It's been really tough from our side of it, Jeff, because me and you led the championship quite early on, and I was looking back through the points before this race, and Adam and Jamie have been incredible this second half. They've absolutely
they have
ripped us apart.
Yeah.
to put it in simple terms, really.
But
you had a good drive tonight, Jack.
Thanks, mate.
Well, he's been given the commentator's driver of the day for that one.
It's never been done before.
Jamie
got it.
Look,
Jamie did get it.
Got it. What did he do?
Look at 1 minute flat,
0.8.
Yeah, it was a mega time. Without a doubt, one of the quickest laps I've ever seen.
Raced on stable. That makes sense. I was faster in loose, but felt comfortabler in stable for like consistency, and didn't have to drive like a loony to get the lap times. We're on loose. I find you have to drive like a loony to get the lap times. So
but anyway,
for driving like a loony.
Time next, we've got the modern touring cars up next. Obviously, what we're going to do, chaps, is that there's no racing next week for the Group A1s. So that's it for season 15. Obviously, season 16 starting up in January, so that should be an absolute belter when that kicks back off. I think we're all looking forward to it. If you are going to miss your Group A1s fix, don't worry. I can share around some playlists from the archives. I know Jack enjoys watching those.
Yeah.
All the way, and there's races all the way back from season 11, so they'll probably be shared around on my page, the NXTGEN page, as a bit of a what if you're sad you're missing this week's when you have a look at this.
And then and they're all available on JPH 99 as well. Don't forget.
Yeah.
on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, JPH_99 the channel. If you want, just tap in youtube.com/JPH99. It'll take you there. But chaps, thank you for joining me. Jack, thank you for hosting this season. Obviously, it's another successful one.
Intense as always.
It is, and obviously
mind-blowing.
But from us all out here, thank you for watching this season. It's been an absolute pleasure. Do join us in the next year for new Group A1 Championship, which has been confirmed by Jack. I know that much.
Yep.
It will be staying on, so join us in 2020 when Season 16 kicks off. With
on
Group
January
A1
the
titles.
6th.
January the 6th, there you go. But otherwise, from myself and the guys here, thank you for watching this season. Do join us again in the future. Good night.